Good evening all, just doing a quick sound check. Right then guys, purpose of this stream is to just give you guys a little bit of an update to what I've been up to whilst I've been off stream. We have done quite a significant upgrade to the computer, but I'm not going to go into that today, but that is helping with frame rate, so yes. So not much has changed here really. There's been a little bit of an update to the lighting, but I'll show you that once we put it into night mode. Then as we come around to Futureland, eagle-eyed viewers will see there's quite a bit of difference here now. We've done the entrance to Gravity, which is the Cycola ride, and basically I've skinned it completely as Starfield. So as it spins, literally, feels as like the film Gravity, where Sandra Bullock is spinning through space, which is not the nicest sensation. But it's definitely a dark ride, nighttime view only, really. But it looks pretty good now. So yeah. Apologies if the sound levels are a little bit all over the place and it's probably not the best quality. Reason being, because of the upgrade, this is the first time I've probably streamed, so my apologies guys. And if I'm a little bit loud or whatever, please do say, or quiet. So that's all now fully trimmed up, all done. Not much more to be done to this. It looks pretty good when you're on it, but I won't do that. The only thing I need to do is finish off the queue line. So the entrance is done now, which looks pretty cool. So we've got a little entrance sign there and a little exit only sign there. Obviously you have the exit barriers there anyway. Then for the shooting ride, I've gone with Astro Blasters, and put a little facade on there with a little red glow to it. Just gives it a bit of a different look. We do have the lasers coming up through just here, just again, just gives it another surface. Excuse me. What else? We've got staff room and toilets, so I've just trimmed them up with a little bit of blue light going around them, and red. And then big changes really, I've put these, well they're not big changes, but they're little highlights that just give it a little bit more of a lift. So these blue lines we now have going through the central columns here. I changed every single one of these blue panels, because believe it or not, they're all individual, all the way around there. So I had to change every single one to a slightly different blue, but it just gives it that more, I don't know what kind of look you want to say, it just looks better, but to me anyway. And then we've gone for a fairly standard generic look here for the exits to the rides. I don't want to put too much effort into them because we'll just be using piece count for not a huge amount. You put a barrier there. And then we got the people mover just here, so that's all done. We're fully lit up around here now as well. You'll see these blue lights, they just work well because they're not fully lit up, those columns, so it kind of bounces off them quite well. And then we just put some more detail in here, just put a few more light details really, put some signs up, labelled them all, and just put a flat bit of sci-fi scenery on the floor really. It just, again, not a huge amount of detail, but it just adds something. So yeah, that's the major updates. It may not look like a lot, but I've actually done a huge amount of detail. So I've done all the lights now for the ride, and the lovely thing is you'll see just down here, see these light beams here, that is from those. So it just lights it up perfectly all the way around as if it's this light lighting this up. So yeah, that works really well. Where else were we? So this area is now all lit up, toilet signs and everything, and labelled them to the toilets to advertise them. And then we got the Space Mountain area just here, which I'm umming and ahhing about the green, if I'm honest. But it looks alright. It suits. Finished off this little corner now, so I just put some trees in, put a double wall in, just the colours of Space Mountain through. It just demarcates that a little bit, closes it off, and put a tree in with a couple of benches. And then I have put a few more benches just on their own without trees, just to kind of fill the area a little bit. Lit up this pathway now, so that's now all done. This area lighting is all done as well. The shop is pretty much finished now, so just put a sign up, gift shops, tag them to the sign, put a little orange light at the bottom here just to emphasize the flame, and then a light blue light there just to emphasize top, and then just a couple of blue lights which actually light up the top really well and just give it a nice look. Where else are we? Done the signs for Starlight Cafe, so they're all done now. Signage inside is all complete, so that's all sorted. Another little bit. It looks a little cheesy, but it works. Sight lines of the castle. You do have a little kind of character meet and greet. Hey Matteo, how are you? Matteo, sorry. How are you, Matt? You good? And just done some lighting around it, just to give it that little bit of a kind of castle-y look. And then just put the icing sugar around as kind of like little banners hanging down, should we say. So that's that. I did say I was going to look around it dark later, but obviously we were in the sci-fi area, so let's just open this back up to daytime for you guys. I love this view here. I just love it. Not a huge amount done around here. Apart from the actual Dueling Dragons ride, I've done quite a bit to that now. I know it sounds silly, but today I've just been putting these little bits in here, just at the coaster support areas, just to make it look like it holds these two rails up, should we say. So that will eventually be done throughout the ride. And the reason why I did that was because I did have this look going, with just one beam going through it. But the problem was, that's all over that coaster. So I didn't want to kind of replicate it too much, but the kind of upright bit does the job perfectly. And got a great shot a minute ago of the coaster going directly over the train, and must I say it looks good, but I wouldn't want to face the steam, you know. Well, it's been a while since I've been on, mate, so my apologies. Hopefully the levels are all A-okay and everything. Yeah, apologies for the slight stop there, guys. I was just checking the levels. It looks like the graphics card's kind of sorted itself out now, which is good. I've just got to sort out the noise suppression for the what do we call it, microphone. So my apologies if I'm a little bit noisy and you can hear my mouse, but that's upgrades for you. But hopefully the stream's coming across quite nicely. It looks quite good on the phone. Let me know if there's any glitches or anything like that. But the big difference here now is we've started to make way on the kind of ruined look that I'm going for throughout the two coasters, should we say. Just kind of working my way from the inside out. So I'm just starting off with the middle here and then branching out as I go, because obviously this is the main complex for the castle, or whatever you want to, medieval town, or whatever. And then this is where we got the blue dragon, the red dragon, sorry, colourblind, and blue dragon just there. So I may move them, not sure. I've put the centre column supports up here, ready for some supports to go onto these. But I haven't done anything with them yet, because I just kind of want to get all the castle work done first before I start doing beams. Because, hey Nexus, how you doing, my man? So you changed your logo. I don't want to do beams just in case I put a load of time and effort into that and then decide to do something else with beams, if you know what I mean. As you know me, I build as I build as I go. There is no planning, so I thought I'd get the base layer in first, which works quite well. You don't get many views of this coaster from obviously eye level, apart from where they interact here, but from the queue line you get quite a bit. And also down here you get to see quite a bit. So yeah, I do love how the blue coaster comes around this section just here and around this turret. It's quite good. So yeah, they're starting to feel quite funky actually, because you're going through loads of different what do you call it, holes in the walls and over cracks and all bits and bobs. So the actual on-roads, I don't want to do the on-rides until I finish the final layout. And the reason being is, how can I put it? It will transform as it goes, you know? So it'd be nice to show you guys the final version. But what I wanted to do is also put this ruin material in here as well. So again, like I was saying, just building a base layer and then building up from there. That was pretty much that. As we come around to here, we have now finished this bar signage and music, should we say. So it is very much a nighttime area, which I will label. But as we go in now, you have this kind of chandelier just here to welcome you. Then you have the big chandeliers down the centre. And I think it come out alright. Cheers, Bamaran. Much appreciated, my man. Thank you. It's always nice to meet somebody that's enjoyed my work over the years. But yeah, this is done now. So we got kind of a lighter look with the green look down the centre area. And then the chairs actually fit in perfectly. It would have been nice to have changed the colour of them, but it is what it is. Excuse me. And then just down the bottom here, we have toilets. I don't know what it is with the staff. They keep bugging out. I don't know why. Toilets the other side as well. And then just around the back here, we have a staff room. And then that's replicated on the other side just here. So again, just got to trim those up, finish that off. But that's pretty much done now. So that whole roof line is all good. I'm happy with lighting. I think it comes out nice. I'm not sure if I need a bit more colour, a bit more light. I'm not too sure, but it seems to work for me. Little bit more done on the runaway mine train. Well, not runaway mine train. Swinging mine train, just here. So basically, where are we? So we've had this decking done for quite some time, but I thought I'd just put some rocks around, start getting this bridge all together, and it looks pretty cool actually when they come in. There you go. Looks very much like it does in Florida, you know what I mean? But again, everyone to their own. Where are we? So yeah, looking good. But that's kind of the theme along with this kind of look that we're going for. So hopefully that'll all transpire eventually. Teacups the same. Everything in here is the same. I've spent a lot of time over the last few days making sure things don't clip. So here's one. Here I am saying I've done it. What is going on here? Move. So again, it takes time, but it's worth it in the long run. What's overlapping there? So yeah, you may have a little line there, but the advantage, the lovely thing is now, there's no flickering. So it just works perfectly. Did you see the shine from her hair? Still getting used to the graphics card, guys. So, what else has changed around here? We now have a cache point in here, because I'd noticed I didn't really have any cache points in the park. So, few about now. I did do one here as well. It actually just looks like the computer in the wall, because I put the computer screen in there. Hey Mark, how's things, dude? You good? Cheers for joining. But yeah, the updates really are just facial work detail, but it's detail that's been needed to be done for such a long time. Yesterday I spent about 3 hours. As you can see, I've left these up here. With me. Just double check that's on its own. That's on its own. So I've finished off all the trim work up here. I'm not going to bother trying to sort these out. Purely because I just can't be bothered, literally. If people want to mark it down for those not being right, fine, whatever, don't mind. But visually, from when you're inside the park, there's not a bit that isn't right, should we say. So I just stuck this little thing in here. It's the fuel pump, I think, kind of thing. So I turned it round, so that's actually inside the wall. But it just sat in there fine, put some circuit boards around it, made it just a little feature really. So that's that. What else have we done? We have trimmed up this, so we've now got supports on the side. That sounds silly, but this bit around the back here, I've now finished off this back section. Just perfect amount of what I want it to be seen at night time. Really does look quite good at night time. So you got the small and kind of decal details at the back there, just a couple of small windows lit. Works really well. And I don't know if you can hear the noises, so yeah, always doing it, Mark. But the funny thing is, never forgetting either. Where was I? So you got the phone box ringing, which also is the traffic noise and the honking. That's quite cool. But we have started in here. So we are starting the look. Obviously in this light, it's not perfect. Peter, how are you, my man? But I've kind of gone for this wavy look ceiling as you go up, which I think works quite well. It does the job. Obviously, you can't really see much in the dark, so let me bang this back in today for you. L. There you go. So you kind of get a nice little feel for it. How I'm going to theme it, I genuinely do not know. Cheers, Nexus. Thanks, mate. But it feels very city-like, which is what I like. It's feeling good. Another little bit that's done is pretty much this rooftop here. So we got the supports in for the coaster. That's all done. Front here and at the back. Not that it's really needed, but it's there. It is needed, obviously, but what I mean is from a visual aspect, no one's going to see it apart from on the train. So the train does go underneath it. That's absolutely fine. So this side of the top of the building now, on this side of the street, is pretty much done. I'm not really going to do anything else to it. I don't see the point of putting a guardrail up or anything like that. Just spoils the look from up top. I don't know, maybe. But again, not done anything in here yet, so that still all needs a load of work. But at least we've got this started, so that's now done. And obviously this hallway is pretty much done anyway. Stairwell. So you just heard the little honk there. I'm unsure whether to change it or not. And the reason being is every single time a coaster comes out there, it honks. So I do need to move those wheels out. There you go, guys. That's better. Just sits better for me. So I have put A now. So we do have a liver or a header. The rates. Now showing the rats. So again, that all makes sense. This is now boarded out inside. Not that it really matters, but it just sets the backdrop for that now. So that's all sorted. I have lit up. I've finished the sign here. So that sign is now all done. And I've lit up all around here as well. So now we're really starting to feel good now with this. Lighting looks pretty cool. And believe it or not, there are 2 lights in there. Just behind those gems, and it just gives it that little bit of a kind of lit up, kind of glowing look. But it's yeah. I mean, there's a view here. I can't remember where it is now. Again, still loads of lighting to do. I think it's kind of about here. Actually, does probably look like a city street, which I think is pretty neat. So, you have to let me know your thoughts, guys. You know. Still got to do the police stations, that still needs all doing. We've done down here pretty much, bar up the top end, put toilets in with the small brick. And then this is the exit to the right, obviously, that I've got to sort out. So yeah. Progress, guys, we are getting there. What else have I done? Oh yes, this is all now lit up. So that's all now lit for us. All looking good. Then I might put a couple of lanterns in here. Just give it a little bit in there. But all up the side here now is lit. So that's all good. Oh yes, we do have quite a big update on... I'll show you the fireworks in there. These are just in-game fireworks. They're not me. I haven't designed them. But I'm just trying to give you guys an idea. We've gone for another room here, and we're going for the whole library look around the piano with floating books and stuff. So we'll see what else I can get in there. But basically, there's going to be no light apart from what I put in there. So basically, I'm going to make it look as spooky as I can, basically. So fingers crossed that works. I know it's a bit odd, but doesn't make any sense to the ride, but at least it's spooky. That's the main thing. So yeah, I actually just wanted... Where did I put the thing? One. So I'm going to put fireworks in, I hope, guys. So this is kind of how good, hopefully, they will look. Let me just take that away. Skip that. Skip that. Enjoy the show, guys. Not that there's any music, but there will be. Oh, there we go. Just a little bit there. Nothing major. But it works quite well. So we will hopefully be doing that eventually. But what I want to try and do is put them here. You know, actually probably use that display. But put all the fireworks around the castle like they kind of are, where they shoot out from the sides and stuff. And then only put the big shotters up the back here, just so that you get that perspective. But yeah, no, it'll get there. So yeah, as you can see by the lighting, I've just kind of done a neutral kind of look through the sides here. I didn't want to do them glowing because the problem is everything else behind them would be glowing because there's a type of light you have to use. Oh yeah, that's pretty epic view. Pretty good. Oh, and there is one other update actually, which I totally forgot to tell you about. We have finally done something to the top spin. So basically, excuse me, obviously this has just been this previously, but I've put kind of like a half drawn out rustic ruined kind of looking temple. It's still not finished yet, guys. So that's there, and then really it's just kind of figuring out what I'm going to do with this bit. Because it's not that close, so potentially we could rubble a lot of it up, if I'm perfectly honest with you. So all the way along here we could probably rubble it up with a couple of rubble lines kind of things, so it kind of like it's bigger up the top here. I don't know. And then just put some kind of the old graphic detail in there to give it a little bit, maybe. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. We will see. We will see, guys. But that's it. I haven't... Oh, no. There is a tiny little update to the pirate area, just because I got a bit bored one day. Just basically put a restaurant and toilets in. You'll notice I've actually got 3,500 guests in the park, but it hardly looks it at all. So I put another restaurant in. Ooh, don't like... Thank you. We don't want no glitching. There's one. So what is glitching there? Must be that bit, surely. There we go. So that's that now sorted. So yeah, a little bit. It's amazing when you're going through streams what you see. So yeah, haunted house now. I have done outside here. I did that a few weeks ago, I think. So that's now all done. This area is pretty much all done, bar a few lights maybe. That's done, bar signage and music. This needs theming. This needs theming. This needs finishing. So there's still quite a bit to do. We've still got to finish Big Thunder. We've still got a theme here. We've still got to figure out what I am or am not doing round the back here. Gonna be honest with you guys, I've got a cracker of a graphics card now. So I could, if I wanted to, build another coaster around the back here. But this is the big but for me. I could probably go now to 150, 160,000 pieces if I wanted to, but the problem is no one will ever be able to enjoy it. So what I am still trying to do is still trying to keep it around the 100 to 110,000 piece mark, just so that anyone with a half decent setup will be able to play it. So yeah, there you go, guys. So that's pretty much the park update. Like I said, not a huge amount, but I was quite happy with myself over the weekend. This area now visually is done. I just need to finish theming the shooting ride here, And I need to slightly redo Space Mountain, as in the coaster, before I start finishing off with starlights and so forth. So again, it's getting there. It's getting there. I think once this pirate area is you know, I start to get on with that. I don't know why I've left that till last. Normally I'm pretty hot on pirate. I think it was because I did the area, but then kind of forgot about the ride. But it will get there. It will get there. I reckon a couple of months. We'll be done. So yeah, there we go, guys. That is Thunderland Magic Kingdom. Waterfall. I don't. How can I put it? I actually don't want to put any more water effects in, purely because it kills the frame rate, guys. So I appreciate the comment. But we do have a lot of water around here, a lot, and also I have put a couple of what do we call it? So I might put a couple of fountains in there, spruce it up a bit. But a waterfall behind. I haven't got a huge amount of space to play with. I've only kind of got that much space, so I've got about 1 meter worth of space. So a waterfall is going to be a bit of a. It would look cool. It would look good. I do know what you mean, but I could. I think that's an off-stream one, that one, guys. Off-stream build. I know what you mean. You could have it. I could set these back and put these pieces. Where are they? These ones. There, and then have the water come out from underneath it. Yeah, you've given me an idea there, guys. I appreciate that. Okay, that'll be looking very different then by the time you guys see that next, potentially. But yeah, we'll put some rocks up there as well, because that waterfall coming down to here. But then is that water? It is water. Perfect. Okay. So then we'll just put some like I can't remember what they call it, the base of the waterfall, where it kind of sprinkles out and so forth. But yeah, no, you give me a good idea there, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. While I do the streams. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what else. Oh yeah, and we got the Thunderland sign, Frontierland sign just here. I didn't want to put it here because there's still quite a long walk before you actually really reach the area. So I thought here is pretty much perfect, and you come through. I don't think it spoils anything over here. I think it works. And then I'll just put like a jokey sign on the back here or something like howdy partner or something, hope you enjoyed your visit, whatever. And then we'll do something for, you know, fantasy area. I don't know what I'm going to call this area yet. Fantasyland, I guess. Yeah, probably. But yeah, guys, that's the amazing Thunderland Magic Kingdom that is coming together now. So yeah, you guys got any questions or anything? Want to have a POV of anything? More than welcome to have anything you want, guys, within reason. Haha. I don't know what's the most complete kind of ride. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. We'll do a POV of the of this just to show you what this actually is all about. Okay. So it's a bit weird, but it works. Feels like it's spinning through space, basically. Apart from the guardrail. I couldn't really do much with that. I did do it all black. It just won't go away. Kind of feels funky, I think. But let me know your thoughts, guys. I mean, it's not going to change, but I think it works. It kind of gives that sensation as if you are kind of spinning through space. That's kind of why I've called it gravity. I might put featuring Sandra Bullock or something underneath. But inside Space Mountain. Okay, let's do this, guys. Walk this walk many a time. So you just got a little kind of looking out to space kind of look there. It's nothing major, but it's just something. You've got Mars. Now, I do need your opinion on something, guys, because I think it looks nice, but I'm not sure it looks right. So you can see here I've got the glass. So you're kind of on the spaceship, and you've got Johnny 5 robot. As in Johnny 5. You're not Johnny 5. Fixing the satellite. I thought it was the easiest thing to come up with in such a small space to kind of make it look as though you kind of are out in space. Now, let me just do this. Turn that dreadful music off just for a minute. It's not dreadful, it's great, but when you've been when you're building this park for nearly 12 months now, it becomes a tiny bit annoying. You see, now I did have it glazed before, but my issue was I wasn't sure, because of the moonlight, whether or not I liked it. So, with or without glass, guys? Excuse me. Because I'm not sure because of the reflection. You know, the vibes there. I'm just not sure if you get the full effect. Do you know what I mean? See what I mean? It looks so much better without the glass. So, I reckon we'll stick without. But yeah, so you come into the loading bay, people can see you, and then you shoot off down the blue lit tunnel, which is very similar to Florida. And then you turn around into the lift hill. And then it's all out in the open. Cool thing is the people mover goes around the outside. You think the glass works? Do you see what I mean? It just... Oh, I don't know. Maybe I need to have like a grid frame on there or something, if you know what I mean. I don't know what else to put behind there though, to be honest with you, Pete. You know what I mean? I just... See, I love the look at that, and it's such a shame you can't put the glass in and have that. You can have it like that, but you have to cover the whole thing in terrain. And I haven't got the space between the skin and the outer skin to be able to do that. But yeah, so there we go, guys. So I'm loving the way this area looks now. I think with people in there, it's just a shame. It's just such a shame that there's no shadows from the lights, if you know what I mean, for the people. There is when they go into the moonlight. You'll see just a little bit of shadow there from this balloon. There's the moonlight. But it's the way the game runs. But this is looking pretty cool now. Looking good. Oh, and there's a couple of things I did to Speedway actually. Can you hear that? I found some speakers with the raceway details on. So basically you've got cars just going vroom, vroom, vroom. What works quite well outside. And then in here we have the pit lane. So where they change the tyres, work on the cars and so forth. We got those noises too. Because I thought a soundtrack doesn't really work for go-karts. So I thought that works. Just works well. Yeah. There's not really much else to show, to be honest with you guys. So, yeah, if you've got any questions or want to see anything. There we go. I'm really enjoying that area now. It's looking good. Yeah, it's looking pretty good now. I like. So yeah, it's all looking fairly seamless. Even the street looks quite good from this angle, if you know what I mean. You don't really get to see much of it from around the park, which is pretty cool. But there's that view. How cool does that look? The coaster just popping out every now and then. Or two at a time. And then we'll have one come around here in a minute. Adventureland looks pretty good. There's so many scenic views in this park. It's phenomenal. I love it. Like even just looking up at the castle, I need to get some light around here actually. This is a very. I love this view too. Just looks so good. There is a little trick, actually. two tricks. Well, there's not two tricks. Let me just go to a bit of ground. Pause it up. So let me just flatten a bit of ground, because some people know this, some people don't. So there's two ways of getting water around a path, okay? So what we'll do, we'll just put this on an angle and we'll do a 90-degree circle. 45, no? What am I doing wrong here? Why is this not bending? Length. Alright. Okay, that's far too small. Bear with me, guys. God, it's like computer's going to die. So much for the upgrade. I'm only joking. Okay, so hopefully that'll do. Stuff it. Alright, okay, so there's two ways of doing it, guys. So basically, let's just level it all off so it's all there. So what you can do is do the traditional, dig a hole round, but then the issue is, what it doesn't let you do is put it where you actually really want it, which is just below, because to me, that's very low. So then what I did with Thunderland, the last park I did, with the bits going around the edge, was literally, I just put a wall going into the water, and it lapped it up. The problem is, it's too low, okay? So what you really need to do, and this is where it gets quite painstaking. So when we go to your terrain, go to raise, put this at about 21%, and basically grab the edge here, and you'll see I'm just raising it up, just that little bit, okay? Just a little bit. But this is where Planet Coaster is not simple. You have to play with it. You have to work it. And these are the little tricks that not everybody shows everybody. I'm quite happy to show them all. Don't bother me. It's just remembering them. So this is a cool little trick. I know I'm kind of going off a little bit off what the question actually was, but all I mean by this, because this is what I've done, you'll see this castle. Look at the castle. That is pretty much the same level up water as this paving. So under here is this raised bit. Where's it gone? Yeah. Under that little bit of call it plaster is this raised section. Okay. So then we go to the center and we do what we were originally going to do. And then what we want to do is, you'll see now that that is not 10 foot down. Okay. But what you have to be careful of is that if you do, see, it disappears. So you have to be quite gentle when you push it out, because you need that little ridge around the outside to be able to have it as close as you can to the path. You can never have it up to the path because you need that little bit of a ridge. So as we all know, the terrain doesn't move about a metre out anyway, so you're kind of fighting a lost battle when it comes to it. But as to the reason why in front of the castle I have that 4 metre wide thingy. But what that now does is gives you a more natural kind of pond-like, lake-like feature. If I was to, I don't know, want to do a walk through way through a waterfall or something like that, just build it up out of rocks, build up a waterfall, and yeah, I hope that does help, because you see the difference in the level that you had. Okay, because one neat little trick as well is if you hold shift, you can raise and lower it just via the mouse. So that was the level that it was at, but just raising that little bit of terrain up, how much it fills it up. Pretty cool. So again, just a little tip of the trade, really. But that's how I got the water level bang on here. So that pretty much looks, if I just delete, where is it? 1, 2. So you'll see that this is just slightly raised, this little bit here. So I had to really push it to the edge. But a 2-meter piece wouldn't cover it, only a 4-meter piece. So instead of doing two 2-meter pieces where you just have it come to here, I've just done one just to save on the piece count, really. I've actually done 2. There I am, idiot. Actually, that's 3 meters because that was a 1 and a 2. So yeah, that's how you kind of make the water level bang on to where you want it. So yeah. But the second check this out. So the second I just lower this, gone. All gone. So yeah, you have to be careful. No worries, Bam. Any other bits, guys, before I shoot off, as it's 20 past 10 here over in the UK and I've got to be up at 6 in the morning. Well, I hope the stream's alright. I hope the sound's alright and everything. Please do let me know if any of the levels aren't right or anything, guys, because it's the new graphics card, new setup, having to use AMD on everything. It's not as advanced as the Nvidia. Right then, guys, that's pretty much me done for the evening. So thank you so much, guys, for joining the stream. It is genuinely appreciated. I hope you are enjoying the park and the park coming to life. For those that have been watching all the streams and the scenic build videos once a month, it's definitely getting there now. And I love this view here as the go-karts come round. That's very Florida reminiscent, we say. But yeah. So again, also I want to say thanks to all the new lovely subscribers over the last couple of weeks. Had quite a few now. We're nearly touching the 1,000. So I just need to get my arse into gear and start streaming more, basically. So we get the hours up and see where the future takes us, really, guys. I'm going to do a little poll on the Facebook community soon because I'm an avid sim racer. So I do a lot of sim racing. So I do that over on Twitch, but I'm kind of wondering what's the point of having both channels, but I kind of use that for that and YouTube for this. So just wondering what your thoughts would be on potentially watching me wrap cars around lampposts quite often. But no, that's the part, guys. I really do hope you're enjoying it coming to life. We will get a lot more done. It's just having the time, the energy, and feeling good to do it as well. So, but yeah. But guys, like I was saying, thanks to all the new subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, please do smash that sub, because every time I go live, you will get an update. I try and go live as much as I can, and I will be a lot more now that everything is running a lot more smoothly, should we say. But yeah, no, guys, pleasure as always. Peter, Mark, Michael, everyone, Bam, all a pleasure, guys. Nexus, Matteo, thank you very much for joining, guys. It is genuinely appreciated. Hit the like button if you don't mind, guys. It would be appreciated. But no, have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, day, wherever you are in the world, guys. I'm signing off now. See you all soon. Bye-bye.